Welcome back to the Norfolk Garden. I'm just taking you on a tour to see what's blooming in the garden at this time of year because it's a really beautiful autumn. Because we had so much wet early in the year, everything's still flowering really well. And I just wanted to share it with you. This is a rose that we planted last year. Sorry, I'm shadowing it. And after deadheading it, it's come back into flower beautifully. All the rain does mean that it's sort of flopping over. The growth's a bit vigorous. I think, if my memory serves me right, I think this is Dunham Massey. If I'm wrong, please pop it in comments. I'm not as good as Mike at remembering the names, so please forgive me. And this has been a real success this year. I bought this little plant last year in one of the local garden centres. And it flowered sort of earlier in the year, probably in July, but I deadheaded it and it's just beautiful. It's come back into flower. And these lovely white pom-pom heads. It's a tiny, tiny little daisy. Again, if you know the variety, oh, hang on, we still got the label. That's lucky. So it's Achillea Peter Cottontail. It's a really gorgeous thing. It's the first time I've grown this, so it's a new plant to me, but I'm really pleased with this. I only bought the one, but actually it's been so good and so pretty. I wish I'd bought more of them. Another thing that's been a huge success this year, something again we've never done before, these Alstroemeria in pots. I'll just come back so you can see. Bought these 2 pots of Alstroemeria. They were in 6-inch pots in the garden centre for about £3 or £4, and they have just been spectacular. They've flowered all through the summer, and as the flower head finishes, like this one has here, a friend, Sarah English Peonies, gave me this tip, but you just very gently pull out the old stem. I'll probably need to show you later because I haven't got my gloves on at the moment, but it comes out fairly easily, and by doing this, oh yes, it's come out, wonderful. By pulling the old flower head out that's finished, you actually stimulate the plant to put on more flowers. So I've followed her instructions and wow, these have just been phenomenal. So it's quite late summer. It's 2nd of September today, so it's quite long shadows. I'll try and keep out of the way so you can see. That's been a real success story. I'm just taking you now to see the fennel. The fennel this year has been absolutely spectacular. We've planted it, well, it's seeded itself everywhere, and it's formed a screen of yellow, really. It's just about finished flowering now. So I'm probably not going to let it set seed this year because we've got so much of it. But then I'll probably cut it down to the ground and then it'll shoot again. The evening primrose has been a real success, but it's now setting seed. So that's finished flowering for the year. Oh, hang on. No, I'm wrong. There are a couple more flowers coming on down here. So it's still putting some more flowers. I've got to decide now whether I want to collect the seed or whether I'm going to actually deadhead this and see what happens. I'm not sure if it will come back again next year or if the actual parent plant will die. Again, it's the first time I've grown evening primrose. So if you know what will happen to it, please let me know in comments. I'd appreciate it. We've been doing quite a lot of tidying up in this part of the garden as lots of things have gone over. For example, I've got this huge, wonderful daisy here that I actually bought on the car boot sale either last year or the year before as a tiny sort of plant. I'm not sure if it self-seeds, although it's formed seed. As you can see, I haven't actually got any babies come up, but I think it's probably quite easy to propagate. So there's the one that's just finished flowering, and you can see it's looking quite messy. And there's another one here that I cut down to the ground last week, and it's already shooting away. It's looking really healthy.